4 years ago, I was walking on the street with my daughter. A stranger came up and said, "Your daughter walks strange. It will damage your spine." Guess how I answered? I said, "My 8-year-old daughter took her first step only a few months ago. I am a mother of a child with a disorder. Just being here is hard for me. But I'm going to tell you my story today. Everyone has today. 내 기한복에 mine is the 18th of July 2008. I thought my daughter was just slow to grow. I never thought she had a disorder. But she had a surgery for heart disease. The disease damaged her brain. She cannot walk, she cannot talk, she cannot see. We tried everything, but it didn't help. I was shrinking inside. I hate the world. My husband and I didn't talk anymore. I couldn't even look him in the eyes. I registered my daughter as a disabled person. It was so hard. I blamed the whole world. What did I do to deserve this? I thought. All I could do was cry. I wanted to go back in time, but I can't. Binary needs my help. She has multiple heart problems, and she can barely see. But what's the worst though is she has the mind of 15 months old. I was scared for my daughter's future. The doctor said if she doesn't walk by age 10, she never will. I was desperate. For the first 5 years, I only went to the hospital, church, and home. I wasn't hard because we love our daughter. My husband had to work very hard for Minjung's medical expenses. I wanted to help. So I applied to be an after-school teacher. I applied 7 times. I got 0 offers. I was desperate. But then I looked at Minjung. Her eyes gave me hope. She could only say, "엄마." But that was enough. I wanted to do everything for my daughter. But when I went out, I felt ashamed. I couldn't look people in the eyes. So I wore hats and covered my face. I was afraid to face the world. One day, everything changed. I used be happy for myself. Do you know how? I sent my daughter to kindergarten, and I started looking for a job again. I needed to pay for medical expenses. I started working as a researcher and as an after-school teacher. I met a lot of people who are living very hard lives. I started to think, I am a pretty good person. It was the first time I could see myself. Life is hard, but I am doing okay. I started attending an institute for parenting with my husband. We met other parents in similar situations. We realized you are not the only ones with this hardship. We started talking again. At some point, my husband and I drifted apart. Hearing other people's stories brought us closer together again. My husband said, "We can laugh because we are happy. We laugh to be happy. Empty your mind and it will be less painful. We should be happy. We got to live hard." His words spoke to me. I had my husband again, I took my head up and I threw it away. I could face the world. It felt so good. The hat was not the only things I threw away. I threw away depression, fear, and worry. I thought the things around me don't change. I needed to change it myself to change the things around me. I had to love myself to be able to be loved by others. It was not easy, but I chose to be happy for myself and for my daughter. I started working even harder as a researcher. I even found the things that make me laugh. I started learning piano. I thought one day I might be able to play with Minjung. I shopped for myself for the first time in years. Then something happened. My daughter took her first step by herself. It was a miracle. She could only walk like a baby, but I couldn't be any happier. It felt like the whole world was mine. She did not need a wheelchair any longer, but we still had to go to the hospital at least 15 times a month. We took music therapy, physical therapy, learned swimming and piano. I felt grateful for my daughter. I was even proud of her and myself. It has been 2 years since my daughter took her first step. Now she can walk by herself. In September 2014, we became torchbearers of the Incheon Asian Games. Minjung was not the only one who was growing up. I grew up too. I hated studying before, but I started studying again. I thought I needed to have knowledge to raise a special child with a disability. I did not study just for my daughter. I studied for others too. I wanted to help others, so I studied social studies. I wanted to have a better understanding of disabled children. As a result, I got a degree in social welfare, but still I needed to know more. I got 3 more degrees, so I couldn't really help people. Now, I am dreaming bigger. I hope one day my daughter will get a GED. I want to run an organization that educates disabled children. In order to do that, I need to get a Level 2 certification for lifelong educator. So I got that too. There were also good things that happened to us. In 2015, I participated in a speech contest for speech impairment. In March of 2016, I was sponsored by Dream Concert and given special shoes that would help Minjung walk. I am not ashamed of my daughter. I am proud of her now. I'm looking for another miracle. A miracle that one day my daughter will speak. It wasn't on easy path. There are a lot of children with multiple disabilities all over the world. Minjung and I want to give courage to those people. I want to do that in Carnegie Hall one day. Everybody needs help. Disabled people just need more. We need to make the world happy for everyone. We all have our own burdens. Throw your head away like I did. Find someone who needs your help. Try to make others feel better, and you will find happiness. Together, we can make the world better. God bless you.